What's going on, everybody? I'm Federo, singer, songwriter, producer, engineer, vocalist. I've made money in the music industry over a decade, never needed a deal, never needed a publishing deal, never needed a record label. Now, this whole Diddy situation is a lesson for you all. One of my mentors used to manage Diddy. I know a lot about this situation. There's a lot of things that I know that I'll never tell, because the lesson that I want you guys to take away from this situation is that you have to be careful of what you wish for. And people never ask themselves intelligible questions. How did somebody who started off as an intern promoting parties become worth almost $1 billion? There's plenty of people in the music industry with hustle. There's plenty of people in the music industry with brains and business, but whenever people become that powerful, you can become an agent of somebody else. Now I want you to start asking yourself questions like this. How did Diddy get some of the money he got? How did he get $100, $200 million for Sean John? Who are those people or those groups did he get that from? And what are they involved in? Are they in trouble? Are they in legal trouble? Whatever happened to some of Diddy's business dealings, like his dealings with Ciroc? See Diddy promoting himself as owner of Ciroc. Then we find out that he doesn't own Ciroc at all. He makes about $50, $60 million a year. What happens when their relationship goes bad? Who are those powerful people? See, another question that I want you to ask yourself is, who introduced him to these kind of lifestyles? Because you have to be cognizant of one thing, is that when somebody lets you in the club, especially in the music industry, I'm going to tell you how this works. In any kind of social club, right? Exclusive social club, you have to make some kind of offering. Sometimes it could be money. Sometimes you have to do certain things. Sometimes, things may get strange. And it's not just exclusive to groups that we might deem as like the Illuminati. Look at fraternities, look at sororities. Sometimes people just need enough dirt on you so you don't tell on them and they don't tell on you. And a thing that you have to question is people who are in power, they fight all of the time, but we don't see it. We only see the agents of those people. So in this situation, Diddy may just be the fall guy, but I'm getting back to the lesson. The lesson has to be, you have to be careful of what you wish for, because when you start seeing anomalies in any kind of business, whether it be the music industry or anything, and you see somebody who first gets into business and they blow up overnight, those are not natural occurrences, because in business, it takes a long time to build a brand. It takes money and capital to market yourself and advertisement. Somebody has to foot the bill to put you there in that position. Somebody has to foot the bill to put you there, right? So you have to be careful of what you ask for. So when you see people that just come out of nowhere, in any industry, you always have to question those things, because it's not a natural occurrence, especially when you see people blow up with very little talent. When you're in business, business is all about competition. So whether you can go on a hot streak, you can go on a cold streak. And then you have things like competition that drives the price down. So you may be hot in your business and your industry, but you need people and you need windfalls of cash to keep you afloat. Now, it's hard to go on a 20-year run. You need advantage. To be able to last as long as a person like Diddy did, you need an advantage. And what could that advantage be? So again, we're getting back to the lesson. We're saying that, look, when you build your career and you're building this situation, there's going to be people, especially when you become talented enough, that are going to proposition you. And they're going to say, hey, look, we'll pay for all of this, but we need you to do this for us. We need you to promote this brand for us. We need you to do this. That's why a lot of people never talk about contracts. And I've seen contracts of all different shapes and sizes. One thing about these record label contracts is they have these built-in promos, right? If you ever see these artists promoting on like the birthday bashes or these promos, like they have these free promotional shows that you have to do for the labels, right? Built into the contracts. And you might be the hottest artist in the world. You might be getting $100,000 a show, but these free promo shows are built into the contract. Because at the end of the day, if I have to foot the bill for you, you are subject to doing what I need you to do or what I want you to do. You feel me? And when you buck against the plan, that's when you find yourself in a situation where you're on the shelf. So my conversation to you is that when you're building your career, you have to build it from the ground up. You have to have enough leverage to say no to a situation. You have to say no to the greed and to the immediate gratification of just like wanting things. A lot of people just want to be rich and famous so fast that they'll neglect everything. They don't care what's on the contracts or what's in the contracts. They never question the integrity of the people that they work with. They just never just look at the landscape and say, is this good for me? Is this good for my community? Is this good for my people? Because you'll find yourself selling out the people that you love. But we have to look at everything across the board. There's a lot of things in this business that I just wasn't willing to do. I could be a lot further. I got the talent. I sing, songwrite, engineer. I've been around the most powerful people. There's just certain things that I'm just not willing to do that I'm never going to talk about. But at the end of the day, it's up to you all to say, is this worth it for me? Because you're going to get into a point, especially when you start making noise and people start asking questions about your situation and where you're trying to go. Because in business, in the music business, the number one priority is to maintain power. Because it's too hard to get, right? And power doesn't mean that I have enough money to spend. Power means that I might have a powerful network to be able to get something done quickly. This is what power is. So we have to keep assessing these things, and we have to say, what am I going to do? What's going to be my claim, and how am I going to do this? Because if you look at how saturated music is, and when I mean saturated, I mean there's a bunch of competition. There's a bunch of people doing the same thing. We have to say, what's my advantage in working in this landscape? How am I going to separate myself? And when I do separate myself, how long of a run can I have with this thing? Because if you do something well in business, people are going to copy. You have about 1 or 2 years to really get off. You feel me? It's just like sounds. When somebody comes out and they're the hot rapper at the moment, you have a ton of lookalikes and a ton of copycats that copy the sound. Look at Bryson Tiller. Look what happened with Future. Look at all of these people that when they created a sound, you have a bunch of these copycats. So again, you have to be careful of what you ask for. Now, I'm putting together a membership that's going to teach you all how to have the advantage in the music industry. I've been working every day on videos to fill up for the membership, the biggest industry secrets, to teach you guys how to make money, whether you have a deal or you don't have a deal. Because I've been in the music industry over 10 years. I never needed the industry to make money or to make a living. And I want to teach you guys everything that I know. And this is where these videos come from, because there's nobody willing who's been in the industry willing to tell you guys the truth about the inner workings of how these things go. They never tell you what to do once you get to the door. They never tell you what to do. You know, when your talent gets to a point, they never tell you how to build an actual business and how to depend on yourself and not need a lot of people, you know? So this is what the membership is for. If the link is probably going to be, the link is going to be in the bio when it's ready. So just, you know, keep checking these videos. It's going to be available soon. It's going to be a paid membership, and it's going to provide a tremendous value. But it's your boy Federo. Thank you. And what do you guys think about the Diddy situation? What are we not seeing? Write it in the comment section. All right, bye.